Hey guys, what is going on? It is Karl here, back with another episode. Once again, checking out the Galaxy Note 7, and this will be 5 reasons why you should buy this smartphone, just in case you were on the fence of whether or not to grab Samsung's latest serving of phablet. To make everything very concise, I honestly think the Note 7 is Samsung's best device of 2016, might even compete for one of the best devices of this year. I think it is a very refined device. I don't think that there's anything too revolutionary about it. We've seen the S7 and the S7 Edge, and the Note 7 takes a lot of the great things about those phones, like the camera, like the internals, but makes minor tweaks to it that makes it the best rounded phone that Samsung has released. Let's get into the top 5. We will kick things off with number 1, which is design. If you've seen the S7s, the Note 7 shared the same design language. It's made out of premium materials, completely wrapped in aluminum on the outsides, 2 pieces of glass both on the front and the back. But the one minor improvement on the Note 7, if you take a look at the S7, it's got a flat display with a rounded back. The S7 Edge has a flat back with a rounded display, which gives it very sharp angles on the edges, almost a bit uncomfortable to hold in the hands. Whereas the Note 7 actually has rounded edges on both sides, so it's a bit more ergonomical, a bit easier to hold, and it doesn't feel like I'm cutting my fingers every time I'm holding the edges. Number 2, which is the display, coming in at the largest size, 5.7 inches compared to the 5.5 inches found on the S7 Edge. Super AMOLED 2560 by 1440. Simply gorgeous. The display is slightly curved on both sides, less pronounced than on the S7 Edge, and it gives the screen a floating appearance. It feels like it's popping out right at you, and it doesn't have any of those bezels. Hint, hint, iPhones, take a look at this. The extra little kicker here, the Note 7 is the first smartphone to use Gorilla Glass 5, and a lot of you corrected me on my previous video. It doesn't mean it's more scratch resistant, it just means it's more shatter resistant. So if you were to drop this, it hopefully won't break. Fingers crossed you don't drop this though. Number 3, specs and performance. Naturally, the Note 7 has the latest and greatest chipsets, the Snapdragon 820, 4 gigs of RAM, and every single thing that I've thrown at the Note 7, whether it be checking my emails, browsing the net, multitasking, hardcore gaming, watching YouTube content, multitasking, this thing handles like a champ. If you're upgrading from your Note 4 or your Note 5, everything should be quicker and snappier, and just stay posted when Android N comes out, Android Nougat. I'm sure we'll be switching on over to that for all these Samsung devices, maybe a bit dependent though when your carrier decides to roll that out. Number 4, it is now waterproof, just like the S7s before it. The Note 7 is now IP68 certified. I was just at the launch party, attempted to take a few selfies using this while I was wakeboarding. Let's just say things got a tad bit better as the night went on. In addition to being waterproof, it also works with the S Pen, so you can technically stick this underwater and write notes underwater, because I'm sure you all do that all the time. Quick little test here. I mean, we have to, right? Everything seems to be working just fine, but if any of you are actually taking notes underwater with your Note, please take a pic, send it my way. Number 5 are the little things, and no matter where you go, people will always find the nitpickiest things about smartphones. It doesn't have micro SD card support, it doesn't have USB-C, which means it's not future friendly. I've definitely said a few of those things before. Now Samsung has decided to include everything. It comes with micro SD card support, even though the base model comes with 64 gigs compared to the 32 gigs found on the S7 and S7 Edge. It's got a USB-C port, finally moving away from micro USB, and it also has the added feature of the iris scanner. Pretty handy, especially when I was at the beach yesterday. Hands were full of sunscreen, didn't want to swipe on my display. I could just look at the phone and simply unlock it. Those were my top 5 picks of why you should buy the brand new Note 7, and let me know your favorite feature down below in the comments. I will be attempting to make a 5 reasons why you should not buy the Note 7, as we have to balance things out. I'll leave that up here hopefully by tomorrow. It will be tough though, as I don't have a lot of bad things to say about this. Be sure to smash that like button as it does help me out a bunch. I'm working behind the scenes trying to get an extra unit in the studio as one for my next giveaway, so make sure you sub to the channel and I will catch the rest of you in either my next episode or vlog. Peace.